Yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise, I guess, with the moving pieces that happened over the summer, but obviously taking some time to reflect on the teammates that we had and had moved on and retired and whatnot. I think it's something that I take with enormous pride, because I have put in a lot of hard work and into this, and I think it's a special place and a community that I love, and the broader San Antonio community. So I love it, and I'm going to use that to the most of my advantage to try and help the new guys, the young guys, understand what it's all about being a San Antonio Spur.
Do you feel like in doing that, you're following a tradition?
For sure.
Began with David, and then Tim, and then Manu.
Definitely. I've always felt like I was the bridge between the next change of tides, and I guess that has come. So to be able to pass that on, I guess everything that I've learned from on the court, obviously, in the locker room and off the court, away from the floor, I think. And we've got a group this year that already seems like it's a team that can bond well chemistry-wise. Obviously, it's early days, but that's the opportunity that lies ahead for us. So I'm excited about it. I know other guys are excited about it, but it's something that obviously the whole city of San Antonio can be pumped and excited about what's new to come. Yeah.
I know you're going to miss Manu, but especially on the road, right?
Oh,
buddy
yeah, all around.
Yeah.
Obviously one of, if not the closest friend that I've had in the NBA, and obviously a lot of big shoes to fill in his absence, and although I haven't necessarily felt his absence just yet, I think that time will come, and I'll take time to reflect on what he's been able to do for my career, both on and off the floor, and as I said, take all those learning lessons that I have had from him and pass it on to the young and new guys. But he's been an absolute perfect role model for me, and I wish that every young kid in all of sports, had a role model as close as Manu's been for me. So really grateful and lucky that I've had the opportunity to be his teammate. And I think the best thing that I'm grateful for and blessed for is that I'm able to call him a friend for life. And I think that's the most important thing we can take about playing this sport.
Did you cry?
I haven't yet, like I said, but it's one of those moments. Like I said, I haven't felt his absence just yet. Obviously, him still being around here in the gym and going out to lunches. But that time will probably come.
Marco fills that role though, because you and him was tight.
Yeah.
Forrest and Manu and Marco.
Yeah, for sure. But Manu's done a lot for my career in many aspects of being a professional player. And it's something that you'd never think that you'd learn being in this environment, but he's definitely been close, and the reason why whatever player and person I am, he's been a big part of it for the last 7 seasons. So got a lot to owe him.
Patty, what is it besides the playing, obviously the technical side of the game? What are the qualities that Manu has that drew you to him, that he became such a good friend? What was it? What is it about him?
No, just his genuine concern and want to learn about his teammates, and especially for new and young guys, being able to take them under his wing and want them to be successful as much as they can be, and he cares about his teammates and wants them. This is obviously a business that involves a lot of money, and there are a lot of sharks out there. So to be able to understand and learn from lessons that him and other people have had, and make sure that try as best as I guess he can to make sure that doesn't happen to him. So he cares a lot about his teammates and making sure that they grow up in this environment the right way.
What do you expect to see from Rudy Gay this season, 1 year further removed from that devastating injury that he had?
Yeah, just being more comfortable in this all-round system on the floor and off the floor, and knowing what everyone expects from him. He's still obviously a hell of a player, that goes without saying, and athletic. I think he's going to be huge for us. But I think having a year under his belt in this system, and obviously we've got some changes to make, and we'll see how that all unfolds. But I think regardless of any change, I think he's going to be able to be just a bit more comfortable in his own shoes and be able to play his own game, which obviously he loves.
You were a guy that's gone into a season before having had surgery and not being fully ready to go. It was a different surgery, but like he was. When you had that with the shoulder, did it take you a while to trust everything again and to kind of get your group back? Or?
I got a vivid memory of my first game back just before Christmas, I think, diving on the floor and getting yelled at by Pop, not allowed to do that ever again. But I didn't have any trust issues. I mean, I went through my rehab program very carefully, and being out on the floor, I was ready to go. But I can understand how you can be cautious for sure, and making sure you don't want to re-injure something. We've heard devastating stories of that throughout the NBA. So, like I said, he's had a great summer by the sounds of things. I caught up with him a little bit throughout the summer, and obviously now, so a year under his belt, just defining his role once we get to our first game, and I really think he's going to be great for us.
Patty, how different is it? We talked to Rudy about that yesterday, about how different it is to come out here, not have to worry about a player that's not here. Is he going to play? And how? See, I know camp is tough, but the fact that it's a little more light, the mood seems to be light around here. Do you feel that just everybody just
it's a mindset that everyone is learning. It's a different mindset that we've had in the past with training camps. Where it's back to basics. It's back to learning each other, I guess, because everyone's relatively new. So, but the mood and the mindset is different. We've got some guys that are coming in that have never won a championship before, guys coming off injuries and want to win. So that burning desire of a winning feeling and sensation, I think, lightens that mood, because everyone wants to be involved, everyone wants to be on the same page and learn from, obviously, everyone that's been here and the coaching staff. So that's exciting when obviously seeing a few training camps now and you see guys come in with that mentality. It's exciting as a teammate, for sure.
Do you think your role will be more defined, or will it still be kind of a jack of all trades where you can play backup point or start at point?
Yeah,
needed?
We'll see. I think at the moment you just try to roll the ball out and see what works, but to be open to, I guess, being a jack of all trades, or being flexible in that sense, I think is the most important thing. Nothing's really defined as yet. This is day 2, but as we go down the road, we'll define them a bit more. But that's more than happy for me to be flexible and then understand how I can impact the team or the game while making sure everyone else is okay as well.
But you get back to your normal role, though, right? Is it some comfort there too?
What's that? Which role?
Your role coming off the bench and being that spark.
Yeah.
Last year you were in and out of lineup.
Yeah.
Now you know what you get back to your normal spot.
I think it's all relatively different because of who's coming and who we don't have anymore for certain things. Just being on the floor, whether it's being a vocal leader now, that I think we'll need that more than we've ever had before. Not having Tony and Manu in that essence. So I don't know, to be honest. We'll wait to see how that all unfolds. But whether it's a comfortable thing or not, I think my hand's going to be put up to be a leader and a vocal leader, and make sure that we're all on the same page at every aspect of the game to make sure we move forward together. I think that's the most important thing.